Yes, you are alive because you're still speaking to me.
I'm still alive. Hello, everybody. Hello,
Hello.
Fenna. Thanks
Hello.
for inviting me to this Facebook Live. And
All
thank
right.
God we are both still alive.
Yes, and the internet's still alive too. Thanks God.
Oh, yes. Okay, I think the internet staying alive is more important for now.
Exactly.
All right, so what are we going to talk about today?
About the foundation of your life. So,
Mhm.
can you speak more about what is the foundation and yeah, regarding
Okay,
money, relationship, everything?
okay, great topic. All right, so you see, how many of you have ever thought about this thing called the foundation of your life? Like no
Before.
one really think about it that
Yes.
way. No one really. So, for example, let's say you have certain problems in your life. Let's say with
Mhm.
relationship, or maybe body health issue, or money,
Mhm.
or all above, and more.
Everything.
Well, that used to be me. Okay,
Mhm.
and so we most people they will be like, oh, okay, how can I change this? I want to change something like this. So they look at the problem.
Mhm.
Okay, so and then they try to fix the problem. But now, how often do you see people, and that could be also yourself, how often do you see people that say, oh, I want to change this, but it's like the more you talk about it that way, it's like the more the problem gets strengthened. It's like, I want to change my money problem, and then the money problem is like it grows bigger and bigger and bigger
Yes.
and bigger.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay, yeah, because you are focusing so much on that thing, and whatever that you quote unquote have a problem with, you try to eliminate. You have to put a lot of energy there, and by putting energy there, it grows.
Mhm.
Okay, so but so all these problems, they can grow based on the platform that you have that you didn't even know you have.
Mhm.
Okay, so now you start to have a sense of what is the foundation of your life. So now ask yourself this question: this foundation that you have,
Mhm.
does it support you to create the life and the future you desire?
I get no and yes both.
Well, for you, Fena, you created a great life
Mhm.
and a beautiful house.
Thank you.
Do you want
Thanks
to
to
share the
you.
story?
Yeah.
Do you want to
Yes.
share the
Yes.
story of this house? Go ahead,
Yes.
go
Yes.
ahead. We talk about this, everyone. So we talk about this before Fena pressed the live button. So now I'm really excited to hear it again.
Yeah. Because when we starting, I open my windows, something like cheers, and Ryancy, where are you?
I thought you are at a like a holiday resort because it looks very spacious with people, like a few
Yes.
people run. So my impression of Jakarta is like everywhere is very crowded.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you have a place that is like with so much space, not that many people,
Mm-hmm.
and this is something that is, I would say, phenomenal and quite beyond this reality. And so, how did you create this? Oh.
Okay. So actually, I come to Kuala Lumpur to see you to attend for the
That's
class
BC. You need to say that's called BC.
BC. Oh yeah, before Corona.
Yes, not before Christ. BC. That's like, what year was that? Like 2019 or
2019 February. I remember that one because that's
all right.
14 February 2019. The
Okay. So
Valentine. Okay.
so so we can call that the BC one.
Yeah.
1 year before Corona. Okay.
So
And
I took
what
the
happened?
being you with money, and then I
Uh-huh.
take the session, the private session with you. And when I get the private session, I would like to have the relationship. But the interesting is like I have a house, not relationship, but I get a house.
Well, you got a lot of things. Okay.
Oh,
I
yeah,
from
yeah,
what I remember, you had a private session with me like BC one,
with you, yeah.
and then I think it was the same night or maybe the next day, and then you show me a picture of like you got like
Ring.
some diamond ring.
Yes, diamond
So
ring.
things just show up,
Yes.
and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
great.
Yes.
Okay. So, and then after that, and of course, your life keeps on changing and changing, and as you do more and
Yes.
more access, so your life keeps on changing. But see, I don't want to make it like about you do more access. A lot of people do access, but some have a lot of changes, some have lesser changes.
Mhm.
So access empower you to have all these tools, all this awareness to create your life. And one thing about you is you choose.
Mhm.
Okay, you choose more than other people.
Yeah. No matter what.
Okay, so
No matter what it takes.
great. So you see your life keeps on expanding and expanding and expanding. It just gets greater and greater. And then after a few months, I think, and then I don't remember exactly when, but and then you told me like, oh yeah, I got a house, and I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
oh. And
And
actually,
maybe
this is the first time
also,
I see this
you see.
like outside of your curtain. Yeah.
Yes, 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 yes. And we also meet in April on 2019 also in Japan when during the
Right.
with Dr. Dane.
Yes.
So yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Thank you for that. I'm choosing more. Thank you
Cool.
for the class.
Yeah. And then after that, I went to Jakarta a few times to deliver a few classes, to facilitate a
Yes.
few classes, and that was before COVID. So,
Yeah.
So now, since you are a great example of having magical changes,
Mhm.
so can you, from your perspective, how has your foundation changed from what it was to what you have right now?
There's totally a lot of change, and before I didn't imagine at all. Truly.
Yeah, most people have no idea like what I need to change in my life, right? But
Yes.
through those classes and sessions, and then just like things start changing. So with a different foundation. So okay, the previous foundation that didn't support you to grow, that one got smashed, destroyed. We crushed that one.
Yes, a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
good
And then so
foundation
now,
comes from you very a lot.
yeah, and then so
Nice.
so it enables you to recreate
Yeah.
your platform or your foundation. Now you create it the way you want it.
Yeah.
Okay. For most people, they have the foundation that they didn't know they have, and the foundation is, I would say, based on our culture, based on, let's say, family background, based on all the limitations that everyone have, the rules and regulations of this reality. Like from day one on Earth, like
Yes.
everyone has been telling you, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't do this, you cannot do this, you need to study hard and work hard, and then so that you can make a little bit of money. But that's
Go to
how I look
work,
at it.
have a good job, have a good
Yeah.
salary, and
So
waiting for
yeah.
that.
So
Marriage.
every point of view that you got, you use them like bit by bit, like putting the bricks together
Mm-hmm.
to build the foundation. And when you have that foundation, and then if the foundation is like horrible and terrible, and then you're like, okay, that's it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So when you want to change something, you need to look at what's underneath it and what's behind it. So
Yeah.
let's say if you have a money problem, okay, like don't try to fix the money problem. Okay, it's like what is behind all this that is creating this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then now you start to have more. Okay, so we also talked about choice just now. I said you keep choosing. So whenever you make a different choice, okay, and this is actually, it sounds simple, but most people don't really make a different choice. Okay, everyone watching, please get this. Okay, I think I want to explain more about this. A lot of people, they say they make a different choice, but it's actually not that different. They make a different choice based on the
Belief.
same set of beliefs,
Mm.
based on the same foundation,
Yeah.
based on the same limitation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so so when they say they make a different choice, it's like um, now I'm sitting on this chair,
Mm-hmm.
okay, this sofa. So I can sit differently.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, you can say that's different, right? But
Yes.
I'm still on the same. By
Sofa.
the way, it looks yucky. Okay, by the way. So, all right. So this is not my place. Okay, just want to mention it. Okay, so see, when you change based on the same foundation, it's like I'm now
Mm-hmm.
sitting this way. I'm now
Yes.
sitting this way. I'm
Yes.
now sitting this way. I'm still on this ugly sofa.
You're still on the base on the foundation, the same foundation, but
Yes.
you think you changed. But yeah, that's that's why we repeat all the
Yeah.
same problem, all the
Yeah.
same. Yeah. Yes.
See, by explaining it to you this way now, I don't actually know who's watching right now, but do
Mm-hmm.
you, through this metaphor of like sitting this way to this way to
Mm-hmm.
this
Mm-hmm.
way to this way, like now look at your life. Every time
Yeah.
when you say you make changes, is this what is actually going on? I
Yes.
have this money problem, and then
Yeah.
I change. I now have still a money problem, and then I now change. I still have
Yeah.
this money problem. Okay,
Right. Yeah.
actually, you can stand up, go somewhere else, sit on a different chair.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I say make a different choice, so with Penna, you have been and you are, and I'm sure you will still continue to be like this, being very different and keep choosing. Okay, and sometimes, of course, we make choices that um, similar to the past, and that's not wrong, by the way. I'm not saying that every choice that you make must be so different. Okay, but let's say if you have something that isn't working for you, of course you need to make a very different, totally different choice, not based on the existing or the previous rules and regulations and limitations, and of course a lot of lies, a lot of should and shouldn't. You
Mm-hmm.
should do it this way, you shouldn't do it that way, blah blah blah. Yeah, so by making a different choice, things change.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So
everyone watching, so how, like, what new choices can you make right now? Okay, so, and just by thinking of that, if you really go into the energy of like, okay, what new choices can I make? Of course, it's not like, oh yeah, I would love to have a new house and then suddenly it show up. Okay,
mm-hmm.
we live on planet Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Things don't show up like this way. But do you sense that, like, ooh, the energy, like, well, when I say energy, maybe it's not that easy to understand for some people. It's like there is a sense of like, and like things start to move. Maybe some people will say like you feel like the molecule start rearranging itself and then like to create different things. Yeah, so this is the power of choice that most people don't recognize.
Mm-hmm.
And sorry, just now I interrupted you. I think you want to say something.
No, no.
What
So
was it?
yeah. So I just wondering. You asked me about what changed in my life after access. So how about you, Ryan? Can you maybe sharing your story before
Oh,
you know access? What changed in your
oh,
life? Oh, it's not
wow.
fair if just only me because I would like to hear and people I think would like to know more about you. Hmm.
Where should I start? I've been doing access for almost 10 years.
Okay. So what
And
changed
I think right now
before?
it's about 9 years and maybe 9 months. I think I don't remember, but something like this. So before access, long time ago, I of course I was way more serious. Now you see, I'm like totally not serious. People look at me like, you are that not
Uh-huh.
serious. Are you sure you are able to like help me to create changes?
Uh-huh.
Who said you need to be serious to make changes? Okay, when you are so damn serious, what change? Like almost nothing. Okay, even
Uh-huh.
if things change, it's not fun. Okay, so of course
I see.
I have way more fun in my life. I am way
Mhm.
more happier. I look at things differently. Of course, um, money would be one of the, I would, well, money is not the main thing. I used to say
Mhm.
it this way. The reason why I used to say it that way was before access, I had money problem. I was in debt.
Mhm.
So and of course some health issue as well, blah blah blah. So, but the money issue was like the biggest and strongest motivation for me. So I was like, I need to like find ways to change things, and I believe a lot of you have been in that situation, or maybe still in this situation. It's like you try to find whatever that you can learn, like maybe some classes, and especially now during the COVID year, everything is online. It's like suddenly you see a lot of guru telling you how to like change your life, something like this. So I bought but at that time I bought a lot of DVDs, like classes, recording, and try to change my money situation. Honestly, I used to say like they changed a little bit, but now I look back at those things like everything sound very logical and correct. Nothing really helped me. Okay, and then I found Access. I still remember this. I found Access and I learned Access Bars. So the Access Bars is one of the core classes in Access Consciousness. And I believe most people that are watching this, they know you through your Facebook. If they know you through your Facebook, they know you are doing this thing called Access Consciousness. So I found Access, and then I attended the Access Bars class. And actually, I didn't quite know what I was doing at that time. The first time can you imagine, like, can you recall the first time you attend a bars class, you would be like, what is all this thing? Right? I attended the bars class, and then the next day, okay, when I was still sleeping, the reason why let me explain this. After the bars session, the next day I hardly could get up. Okay, the reason why I hardly could get up, so it's like my alarm rang, and then I just like press the snooze. I just like, I feel like I couldn't get up because so many things changed in my life. Okay, too much changes occur in the one day bus class that it's like my whole world is like shifting, rearranging, and then I was like, I don't recognize where I am anymore. What day is it? That kind of feeling. So, and then sometimes when you go through a lot of changes, your body is like, okay, like just sleep, like well, it's not really about sleep, but it's more like relax your mind. Don't think so hard, like let things change, And so finally I got up, and one of the reasons why I got up was because of, I think it's a phone call, and someone called me and then booked a private session with me, coaching session. So money started coming in. So before that, I was trying very hard to promote, and at that time when everyone started to talk about online, like Facebook marketing or whatever, they tried everything you can find, all the ways to make money, to promote yourself, blah blah blah. It's like nothing really worked. So I was struggling, and then suddenly money came. And I was like, oh, yeah, cool. So at first, it sounds like coincidence. Okay, a lot of you, of course, if you are a very logical and mental person, like I used to be, you'll be like, oh, yeah, that's a coincidence. By saying that's a coincidence, you can totally ignore the magic. You can totally ignore and reject the awareness of change is possible. Okay, so please don't jump into conclusion like, oh, that's just a coincidence. That's how we don't acknowledge how much we have changed. So, and I can tell you this because at first I thought it's a coincidence, but I have seen it happen again and again and again, not just with myself, but with a lot of my participants. And also, for example, like with Anna, after the private session, and then the very same night you got diamond ring. Where's my diamond ring? I need some as well. Anyone want to buy me diamond ring? Please go here, this address. Okay, no, nothing. All right, so money started coming in, and then the funny thing was the amount that I got through doing those sessions. Okay, so that guy booked 4 sessions with me. And the amount of the 4 sessions was exactly the amount that I need to attend the foundation class.
Wow.
Not one single cent more. Okay.
Yes.
And
It's
at that time we didn't call it the foundation class. It was a 2 days foundation and 2 days level 1. So and then started, I think, for about 5-6 years ago, it merged into one 4-day class called the foundation. So that's how I got the money to attend the foundation and level 1 class at that time. And so of course at that time I don't understand what does it mean, like the foundation of your life. Okay, so it's like you go to a class called the foundation class so that your existing crappy foundation got smashed, and then you can have a new platform, a new foundation that actually support you to grow. Okay, and in the foundation class, of course, you learn a lot of tools to start changing your life. So what changed for me with this story itself, again, because I have way too many things. Can you imagine, like 10 years? I need to talk about this. I can write 10 books at least. So previously, because of I wasn't that willing to receive. I was so stuck in my fixed point of view of how I should do things, how I should find money, how I should create my business, and none of those fixed point of view actually work, but I still hold on to them. And how many of you do that, right?
Yeah.
You have a way of doing things that you believe it's definitely right. It never worked, but you keep doing, hoping that one day it will be right. Oh my God. Okay, it's just not fun.
Yeah, I remember when Gary said, "You get it when you get it." It's like when I attend the first foundation, I know it's like logic minds. I understand in logic, but I'm not really get it. So, I mean, like I just knowing in logic, and then after the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, oh, more. It's like different layer for me to know.
I would say at the first, okay, well, I used to be a very mental person because it's not the correct way to put it, but I'm just this way. I was just this way. And I work in the software industry like for, I don't know, like almost 10 years, or maybe at least 9 years. So to me, everything has to be logical. You know, like in a computer where you press this button and then this window open, and then you press this cross and then it go away, right? So for me, I'm like, what is all this thing? You tell me energy, like something that I cannot see, I cannot touch. Like, what are you talking about? So logically, you get some idea, and then energetically, you actually receive some as well. But as you becoming lesser and lesser, depending and relying on your mind to understand things. Your mind, of course, you still understand it, but you start to receive even more. And by receiving the changes, the energy, so your life start to change. So like what I talked about just now, like after the 1-day bus class. So in the bus class, I received bus twice. And then I also practice it on someone else twice. And the wonderful thing about access bus is when you run it for someone else, you actually receiving changes as well. So it's like when you are gifting a session, you're actually receiving a session simultaneously. Okay, so in a 1-day class with receiving twice and gifting twice, it's like I received 4 sessions in 1 day. and now you can understand why, like the next day I was like, don't talk to me. Oh my God, who is calling me? Oh my God, money is coming in. You know, that kind of thing. So so my foundation changed from solid, rigid, no possibilities, not receiving, to I start to allow me to receive. Even my mind couldn't understand. Okay, and of course, at first, when my mind didn't understand, I was like, but I need to understand it. And I'm sure I'm not the only one doing this, right?
Yes, sometimes I didn't hear, but when I listening the recording, oh, they're talking about this.
When you listen to the recording, it's like, where was I when he talked about this?
Yes,
I was there. I was in the class. I didn't fall asleep. But
Yes.
why I didn't hear this?
Yes.
Yeah, it happened to all of us. Okay,
Yes,
so this
yes.
is why you said you get
Yes.
it when you get it.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me put it this way. So when information start coming in,
Mm-hmm.
okay, so let's say this is your wall,
Mm-hmm.
not really a wall. Let's say it's a filter. Okay, so this filter, of course, it's your mind is the number one contributor to this filter. Okay, with all the judgments that you have, all the beliefs that you have. So few things like go through the filter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but the second time when you re-listen to the same recording,
Mm-hmm.
the same audio, now your filter has changed. So let's say your filter now it opens bigger, so more things can come in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and with all whatever that is coming in, you change, and the next time your filter is even even
Bigger.
more open. So
Yeah.
it's like you allow you to receive more.
More. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is why a lot of people after, let's say, a foundation class, they are like, I feel like that's a great class. I learned a lot of things. I feel happier, but I don't understand. Okay, and that's
Yes.
perfectly normal.
Yeah.
But things
The
start
second
to
one.
change.
Yeah. Yeah. And every foundation is like different. It's
Of course, it's different. Every foundation, well, it's the same manual.
Mm.
Usually, it's the same manual because the manual only change once a year normally. So, but even if it's the same manual, but if you listen to the same recording, it won't be the same because you are different. It's a different you listening to the same recording, and then you get different things. And every foundation class, it's a co-creation of everyone in the class with the entire universe. So the foundation class is not like based on me or you as a facilitator, like, okay, I'm the facilitator, I decide what I need to talk about, and then
Mhm.
everyone listen to what I talk about.
Mhm.
That's boring.
Mhm. Exactly.
If you want that, go back to school. But in the foundation class, we have a manual with a lot of stuff, and it's also the interaction between us and class, the entire universe, and then we create possibilities. So that's why every foundation class, they are very, very, very different.
Yeah. So your upcoming foundation class is on the 28th
The
of
last 4 days of August. That's how I remember it. The last 4 days
28th,
of August.
28,
Yes.
29, 30, 31st August.
First, yes.
Yes.
And it will be online. It will be through Zoom.
Mhm.
So it's like an online conference. And don't worry about it's not in person, because some people, they'll be like, I want it in person.
Mhm.
When I'm in person, I receive more.
Mhm.
Really? Do you really think that way? Do you think energy has a limitation with time and place? No. Okay. So you still receive it. And I've been doing foundation class online since last March, I think, or
After
last April.
Corona, yes.
Yeah. So the foundation class used to be only live in person.
Yes.
But thanks to Corona, now we can attend a foundation class from anywhere.
Mhm.
So it's a 4-day intense class
Mhm.
that you learn a lot of tools to be able to make changes yourself.
Mhm.
Okay, please hear this. It's about you being empowered. You have all these tools, you know how to create changes, not that you need to rely or depend on someone else.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's
And
the I would say one of the best things about access consciousness. What is this?
the
What is this?
unicorn.
Unicorn. No, the horn is with light.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey,
So,
Fenna, be serious. You need to be serious.
no. And one thing that you said that less judgment, more happier. That's one thing that I know.
Yeah. And you know me for I think maybe 2 years now, I think, and I'm sure I've seen you change, and then you have seen me change as well. It's like,
Yeah. The first
we
I meet
just
you, you're so serious, Ryan.
really.
Yeah. I'm so scared. But you're funny guy.
Well, are you laughing at me?
Oh yes, of course now. I love to bully you now.
Yeah. So everyone get happier, life
Yes.
change, and
More
of course
money.
for the logical understanding, you get it when you get it. You hear it when you're finally willing to hear it. Sometimes certain things it might take you, let's say you listen to that like 10 times, then finally you got it. And that's perfectly normal. It's because of how should I say it, like you keep changing and then you get bit by bit, and then one day you're like, oh, finally I got it, I got this one.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so that's consciousness. It's a very fun journey. The progress, the journey of becoming more and more conscious, well, exciting and fun. Full of magic.
Full of magic. Oh wow. Yes.
So, and every area of your life that has problems that you cannot change, it's because of you function from unconsciousness or anti-consciousness in that area.
Yeah.
That's why you have been choosing something that didn't work for you, or you might even have chosen something totally against yourself and still insist on that and not changing. So that's the unconscious and anti-consciousness. But as you becoming more and more aware, more and more conscious, you look at the area of your life, certain area of your life that didn't work. You're like, oh, that's what I've been choosing. That's why it didn't work. Oh, I've been sitting on this shitty sofa. That's why I felt so uncomfortable. All right, I can sit on a different chair that is more comfortable, that fully support my body, nurture my body. Yeah. So with more awareness, things start to change very magically.
Exactly. And then we have a lot of topic in the foundation, and also the body process. That's very awesome body process. And
especially during the Corona year. There's one of the body processes in the manual. It's about boosting your immune system.
Yeah.
And it worked. Okay. I've helped a lot of people, and you see, when your immune system is strong, basically you don't have to worry much. Okay, well, or maybe you don't have to worry at all. And when you know how to communicate with your body, it creates a sense of ease. You know, previously you might function from fear, like, oh my God, I might got virus. I don't know where I can go. Everywhere feels so unsafe. But hey, your body is conscious. Your body knows what is good for your body and what it doesn't need, what is not good for your body. So if you know how to communicate with your body will be telling you like, hey, I'm fine, don't worry. Or maybe just don't go there, don't go to this place. Okay, you start to have a sense of ease and peace that I would say the entire world doesn't have. Most people function from like, oh my God, I'm in fear, I don't know, like I have virus everywhere. And then you're the only one like, oh, cool. Hey, body, what's up? Do you have a problem? Your body is like, don't worry, everything is fine.
Yes. And when I'm talking to my my daughters, last night we have a gathering with some of my daughter friends, and when they're talking about the relationship and everything, I just laughing because I didn't see that the big issue or there is something wrong with them, and to fix them, just like awareness, bring awareness, and then that's totally cool.
Yep. So our invitation, and so me and Fena, like our invitation to you is create a new foundation for your life that is based on possibilities, not problems, not tears, not trauma and drama, not judgments,
Not
but
blaming.
joy, fun, possibilities, laughter,
Yeah.
and so on and so forth.
More ease, more fun, more crazy. And you're
Something that, yes, most people would not think this is possible, but those that believe it's not possible, they continue the same pathway. Those of you that realize there are other possibilities, different possibilities could be available, you might choose it, and if you choose it, this is what you create in your future.
Yeah, totally agree. And I love all the tools from the access. And thank you from
You're
your
very welcome.
contribution. Yes, thank you, Ryan,
Yes.
and see you all. See you for people who watching us.
See you.
Again, see you on the foundation class. Bye bye.
Bye bye.